Is it future or is it past? Do you know who I am? What's up, guys? I'm Alex. Welcome to the stream. And if you caught my tweet or the Facebook page, you'll know tonight, or if you even look at the title of the video, you'll know tonight we are looking at some more Twin Peaks songs. So I'm a little bit late, sorry about that. I'll try and get into it as quick as I can. So last week, I kind of screwed up restringing the cigar box guitar, so I said I'd show you that once I was finished. I was right. I was exactly right. The strings had fallen from the desk to down behind in the corner, and there was no way in that dark situation I was going to be able to get those strings. So I had a look down there the next day. They were there, so they're on there now. They're strung. Seems to be playing all right, with the exception of this high string, the number 1 string, which I'm not sure. I think I need to do a bit of work on the nut just so it sits in there a bit better and doesn't rattle, because the other strings sound fine, they resonate really well. It's just that one is a little bit tinny, it doesn't have that much sustain, so I will probably cut a little bit deeper in there and see what's going on. So now that it is back in working order, I thought maybe we'd start off with something really, really easy for anyone who's playing a 4-string cigar box guitar, tuned in Spanish. We're doing another Spanish one. So this is really straightforward. I think I played it in one of my older videos before I was doing live streams. And it is Muddy Waters, Mannish Boy. And there's a few ways you can do this. I'm going to show you the super easy way, just because I just want to play something on the cigar box guitar. So you'd start with the 3rd string, that's your G. So it's in G, open G. So we start 3rd string, then slide from the 3rd to the 5th on the top 3 strings, that's 1st to 3rd. Then off, play open, that's basically all 3. I mean, you could really do this with all 4 strings if you want. So long as you can keep it, maybe play 5th fret on the 4th string, open 3rd string. And then it's a slide up from the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret, and again that is pretty much, you can do it on all 4 strings. That's the great thing about 4-string Spanish tuning, is you can kind of just strum all the strings on a nice straight line there, straight shape for your chord, and it'll sound good as long as you're playing relatively okay chords. So what do we got? So end on open. What am I thinking? This is an electric cigar box guitar. Jesus. And I've got a strap on it now, so it's a little easier to hold that way. Sure I'm in viewing area, there we go. So you got 5th fret, 4th string, open 3rd string, and then slide up 3rd to 5th, open, 2nd to 3rd, open, and then if you want you can play the beat. Sorry, not that one. And other than that, if you've got that shape there, it's the top 4 strings for Spanish tuning. So if you have a look at my older videos on the pentatonic scale for Spanish tuning, it's exactly that. So the pentatonic scale from open position. So 2nd and 3rd frets on the 1st and 2nd strings, as well as open. Sorry, 3rd, 2nd, open. No, that's diatonic. My bad. It's been a long day. 3rd, open. 3rd, 1st. 3rd, open. 3rd, open. Right, so Mannish Boy. Now that last little riff, I don't think that is actually part of the song, but it goes. It's also, Mannish Boy is kind of, where he says, I'm a man. It's kind of a response song, really, to Bo Diddley. Yeah, Bo Diddley's is I'm bad, I'm a man. I think he did both, I'm bad and I'm a man. Willie Dixon, Muddy Waters, liked it. Like to one-up him. It really is the atmosphere of the music industry has changed so much since then. Like, people using each other's songs to one-up each other, and there not really being any copyright repercussions to something like, George Harrison, My Sweet Lord. I mean, I guess that is a bit up in the air, I guess. That's quite similar. But again, like, he could just have as easily, I'm sorry, it's been a very long day, as I said. We're only starting at 9 o'clock, Christ. Yes, so that was basically what I wanted to do, so that is that bit out of the way. Now the main brunt of tonight's video, tonight's stream, whatever, is going to be Twin Peaks, and unlike the cigar box, which is in Spanish, we're actually in standard tuning again for once. So there's a couple I want to look at, and we're not looking at like the whole songs. Sorry, I really should have set this all up a little bit better. We're not looking at the whole songs. We're just going to sort of take a look at the riffs and the grooves of how the song goes, or each one goes, and we'll take it from there. So the first one I want to start with is going to be Pink Room. I think that's a good place to start. Now, I'm going to stick it in my headphones, but I know what will happen if I play it through the speakers. There'll be an automatic copyright strike. Whereas if I'm just playing it on the guitar, that's not quite the same. So now I couldn't decide, because the song is in F, but I couldn't decide if I wanted to capo up one fret and play it as if it was in E, which would be like. So I think we'll stick with the F shape. Now, Just find the song. So immediately, first riff, you've got one guitar, and there's quite heavily, I think it's a sort of tremolo effect. I've not got it on the amp. I don't know why I'm looking at the amp. Yeah, it's like a medium tremolo, not like tremolo arm, but volume tremolo. And that first riff, you've got first fret of the second and third strings, third fret of the fourth string. So that's that pentatonic shape for standard. That's your blues scale. So, meanwhile you've got another guitar that's just laying a bit more of a bass rhythm with that F shape, sort of a power chord. Don't know if it's F, is it F minor? Or is it F major? I feel like it would be a seventh. Yeah, F minor 7 into F minor. And it's just playing around with those first and third frets there for a while. And then this other, the sort of so again, it's on the 6th, 5th and 4th strings this time, but it's just those first and third frets. So take it back. So it starts. No. Where's this? I feel like I got it on. Yeah, it's on 3/4 speed. Whoops. So then it comes in with this bend on the third string. I think it's a unison bend. So first fret of the second string, third fret of the third. And that's when the okay. So it's 4th string, 3rd fret, 3rd string, 5th fret, 1st string, 4th fret, then back to that 3rd fret on the 4th string, and then you do the octave below, so 1st fret of the 6th string. And you might want to just there's a few moments where you're just sort of interspersing that low F, the 1st fret, the 6th string, a few times. So really you've got that F minor 7 to F minor is what's going on there. So I'll just keep going. So I think that there's a little high pitched little squeal there. It is the notes that you play first fret on the first and second string, but I think they're in a different place because it sounds like it slides down. You can't really slide down from the first fret. So that would be, what, 6th fret and the 5th fret. So if we continue the pentatonic pattern there, it's so it's those two there. Okay. And really the other guitar behind that is just kind of keeps playing this. There's sort of some vibrato and some like light bends. And some, I guess it's still a unison bend sort of, but you're playing one after the other. I guess kind of a Chuck Berry sort of sound, in a way. So that's 3rd fret of the 3rd string, 4th fret of the 2nd string. Yeah, so instead of up there, if you want to slide down, play it there. But it works nice with that bend there. Okay, and that bit, again you're playing with the 1st and 3rd frets there, so 4th string, 3rd fret, 1st and 2nd, 1st fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings, and then you're going up to the 3rd fret again. So I guess it's a bit more than the pentatonic there. It might be Dorian mode, or it might be, yeah, I guess it's probably Dorian. I mean, whatever. It's mostly a sort of pentatonic riff, but fantastic musicians, they like to put in other notes that work and confuse me. So we'll keep going. This is about halfway through. I mean, it's a great song, but it doesn't really develop past this, so I don't know if I'll go too much further with this. I might just play it a bit more. Okay, so that's 4th fret, 1st and 2nd strings. I think that might have been a full octave up there. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we'll leave that there. That's the Pink Room. I mean, I'm not giving you the exact song, but the main riff for the rhythm there, which goes over and over, that's... and then over the top you've just got some nice bends on the 1st and 3rd frets in that F minor pentatonic scale shape. Those sort of shapes there. So that's the Pink Room. Now I'm going to do Blue Frank next because they're quite similar. They're in a different key. I think this is D, but it's very similar sort of feel to it. Okay. So I guess that's D minor 7. Oh no, just a D minor. Okay, so it's D minor in the sort of A minor bar position, so that's 5th fret bar. So 5th fret of the 5th string, 7th fret of the 4th string, 7th fret of the 3rd string, 6th fret of the 2nd string, and 5th fret of the 1st string. And then the sort of bass riff is 5th fret 5th string, 8th fret 5th string, back to that 5th fret, and then 5th fret 6th string, up to 8th fret 6th string. And you can play that as a power chord, so 7th fret on the 4th string as well if you want. And then the other part of it is that D minor. So we'll see what goes. So the next bit was so that's a double stop on the 4th and 3rd strings at the 10th fret, slide down to the 9th fret. You might be able to do that down here somewhere, so what is that? Okay. So it's so that's 6th fret, 2nd. Oh, you could do it down there. So 1st fret on the 1st and 2nd strings, pull off to open 1st and 2nd strings. and then 3rd fret 2nd string, 2nd fret 3rd string, and slide up to 6th fret 2nd string, 5th fret 3rd string. Did that slide back down? Okay. So it wasn't pull off, it was just play it. Play 1st, 2nd strings, 1st fret, and then open 1st, 2nd strings. And then slide up. Okay, what was that? And it breaks to like a G major, or is it G major 7? A G dominant 7. Yeah, it's G major. And then D minor, yes. Okay, so back to the beginning. I guess the best thing would be if you could get be able to play all those at the same time and reach, but I guess it's 2 guitars playing it. I shouldn't try and ram all of it in together. Oh, I think I need to shave this mustache. It always fills up with tea. Gross. Okay, Blue Frank. So again, this is a song that just has a sort of groove and a feel to it. It doesn't really develop any further than where it is, which is fine because I love it. But it is. Okay, so when it goes to the G major, it's doing that same riff. Down there, this is sort of a low and gritty song, so where you have the A to C there, 5th fret to the 8th fret, 6th string, for the D chord. To get that when you're playing up here from the 6th string root, it is that 5th fret there on the 5th string, 3rd fret of the 4th string. Yeah, and again, it's just sort of playing these very short little stabs of pentatonic double stops, really. Whereas you're playing a combination with the Pink Room of a few double stops and single notes, and I guess it's the same, really. I mean, this just feels, I don't know, it just feels a bit less heavy and dirty. So where you've got that one that goes down 1 fret there before coming back up, also it goes from there down to there on a different piece later in the song. But it goes a bit later on. Okay. And they got a whammy bar as well. I've not got one, so I can't do any of that. So it doesn't stay on that G for very long at all. What's that? So that's just your D minor going down to the C minor. I think it was. Let's listen to that again. Yeah, it's just minor. It might even just be a power chord. No, it's got that. It's got the minor 3rd in there. So obviously you can play these up here as well. So 13th fret, to 10th fret, and that's 12th fret there as well. That's about it really. Yeah, I'm pretty much most of the way through this, and it doesn't change much after that. So now this one does not need any gain. Now every single video I seem to find on YouTube that has this song, for some reason it's in a different key. Like one of them, the first chord was like this, and the other one was down by a semitone, and I'm not sure which one I've ended up with, so let's have a listen. Alright, so Just You is this kind of doo-woppy, it says I have a notification. The notification is that I'm live. Jeez. So this is this sort of very 50s sounding doo-woppy piece where the sort of main love triangle in, I think it's in season 2 of James Hurley, Donna Hayward and Maggie Ferguson are sat there. He's got his archtop guitar and a little amp, and they've got this sort of condenser mic, and they're sat in Donna's living room playing this very sickly sweet song, Just You. So I'll just show you the bit that James is playing. So this one starts. Okay, so this one's in C. Yeah, and A minor. But he plays it up here. So it's 10th fret of the 4th string. So you're making the E bar at the 8th fret for C, but you may want to play it from this sort of 4th string position because you don't need these two. So 4th string, 10th fret, 3rd string, 9th fret, 2nd string, 8th fret, and then it's a you've got an added tone over the C down here. I can't remember what the name of that chord is, but it's 10th fret for the 1st string, and then you pull off that finger to 8th fret. Well, it's not really a pull off, but you do pull your finger off, but play it again as a second separate note. Sorry, it doesn't go down where you'd expect it to go. It's got a sort of hammer on and pull off bit, so it's, and then on the 2nd string you do a hammer on from the 8th fret there to the 10th and back off to the 8th. Yeah, so then the second time round it just goes and it ends on that 8th fret 2nd string instead of, so. And then it moves down to the A minor, and that is 7th fret on the 4th string, 5th fret on the 3rd string, 5th fret on the 2nd string, and then it's, again you've got that added tone over the top of the chord root, so it's 7th fret of the 1st string as well. and pull off, or play again. And then the hammer on here is on the 3rd string, not the 2nd string, and it's from the 5th to the 7th. And then that ends the same, going to the 2nd string. So I think that plays through C, A minor, C, A minor, and then it's an F, but it's played, I was kind of doing it as a D shape. So where does that, I don't know how I'd do this sus4 for that, if those fingers are already occupied. Okay, well, let's listen through and I'll play along. That's tricky. So maybe I need that to be in the D position for it to work. So this is where a capo really comes in useful when, so I need to play that in as a D, so the F needs to be open on the 4th string. Okay, so now let's try that with the same shapes as before, except now the capo's holding some of those notes on the F. So C, A minor, so there's another note that needs to be there. Okay. Okay, yeah, because then you end with an E major if you fret. So you want to fret the third. I'm actually playing in, I'm not even in half step today, I'm in standard tuning straight up. So third fret makes G there, G major. This D shape is actually an F, and then you play your C up there as a sort of E major bar, and then the A minor there. So that is literally, you could do your open D major shape, 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, and then at the 1st string you hammer on from that 2nd fret to the 3rd and back off. So I guess that's, it's only the once, so it's not quite a trill, I don't know. And then back down to the 2nd fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret. And you just sort of arpeggiate that chord. And then E. And I think you just play that open E for the end. So C, A minor, C, A minor, D, G, another so. So the oh no. So I've ended up in the same position as I was in with the F chord because we've just shifted it up. So now the F plays nicely in that D shape. But I want to be able to go, okay, why is there any, there we go. Tricky. So if you were to play it as an open chord, this C, when you put the 3rd fret capo, it becomes an A major. Yeah, A major shape, but it's a C major. And the A minor becomes F sharp minor in shape. So that's kind of similar, just going a bit off course. She came in through the bathroom window. But, well, yeah, there's a couple of frets up, so that's not in the right key. But similar movement in chords, A, F sharp minor, and D major. So, let's keep listening. I'm pretty sure that that is all of the song, and it just kind of repeats through a few times. So I'll just listen to it again and play along with it in the cans. So what's that? That's like a 7th chord. So you want to play that C7 as the A7 shape, which is like this, 2nd fret on the 4th and 2nd strings, but also one of your fingers there on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Okay. Okay, so here it is. C, A minor, C, A minor, and then the D, but it's a so I'm torn between which way to play this. It's easier just to play this G, so that was an F, sorry, not a D, but it's in a D shape. And you're hammering on, pulling off on that suspended 4th. See, that sounds good and it's nice and easy. Just doing the same again with that sus4. But it should be up an octave, I think, by the sounds of it. But fuck it, I'm just going to play it that way. Oh, I don't know the end now. Okay. I'm not going to do the riffs, I'm just going to go through the chords so I don't confuse myself. And we'll just see what they are. So it's a C at the moment. A minor. C. A minor. C. A minor. F. E, F, G. Back to the C. And then it's the E. C. A minor. C. A minor. F. G. C. And it's C7. So F. G, C, C7, F, G, and then to the C, and then G. That's the C, A minor, C, A minor, D, F, G, C, A minor, C, A minor, okay, so this is the coda, I guess, and it just goes from the C to the A minor and back. I think it ends on the C. Yeah. Alright. Now I know I should have been playing it on one knee with the guitar up beside me on the floor, like a little emo, like James. He's a sort of prototypic emo. I guess it's 1989. Emo's sort of almost coming into existence. So to be honest with you, how long have we been going? Only about an hour, but I've pretty much covered most of what I wanted to do. We've done Pink Room, Blue Frank, Just You. I even did a little bit of Muddy Waters on Cigarbox guitar. I might do another Cigarbox guitar song before we finish. I'm not entirely sure because it does involve that first string, which is buzzing like a biatch. Let's get these off. So we'll see. Let's switch guitars. A bit of a tune up as well. God, I always think I'm going to electrocute myself. I don't have any faith in my own work. Never mind. Okay. Really lets it down, doesn't it? I'm not sure, was that Rolling Stone or was that Catfish? Or was that Voodoo Child? I don't know. Well, at least it's tuned up. These steel strings took a little bit longer than I was expecting to settle in. I was a bit worried that the neck had warped or something because it just wasn't keeping in tune. But it's apart from that first string, it's not too bad now. So the song I want to go over, and we're in Spanish tuning now, not standard. But the song I want to go over is, we'll do the slightly slower version, and again, I'm just going to get it in my headphones. So most people will probably be, or if you're a blues fan, you'll be pretty familiar with Rollin' Tumblin'. While it's not a Muddy Waters original, his original version of Rollin' and Tumblin', he actually took from an earlier song he did called Down South Blues, and I'm sure that's probably, he's lifting the same riff again. You know, he seemed to, a lot of his songs seem to have very similar riffs, and he developed them incrementally over a couple of years. I mean, I guess it's Willie Dixon as much as anyone. But yeah, you'll hear a lot of these very similar riffs that develop a bit more as the 40s become the 50s, and I think even by the early 50s they've got it down to a T. They've got some great classics under their belts. So what is it? Down South Blues, which is like a precursor to Rollin' and Tumblin'. Oh god, too many songs. Way too many songs. Down South Blues. Oh, okay, so it is in open G as well. Okay, so you get the idea. It repeats, and if I just find Rollin' and Tumblin' just to compare, I mean I think it's a whole tone higher in pitch. Take it back. sucks you in, you don't want to stop. So that pretty much sorts that speed. Okay, compared to whatever it is. Da 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 da. Down, 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 South Blues. It's much slower. I'm struggling to get back down to that speed. Anyway, it's the same riffs, it's the same positions, they're just different speeds, kind of a different, it's not just faster, it's got a slightly different rhythm, but I'm going to do Down South Blues. So you got open first and third strings, then you want to slide from the, let's get a better sound. So that's first and third. Don't need the headphones now. So you slide in then on the first string from the third to the fifth. And I guess I'm doing the second string as well. Yeah, second string works. So it's and that's second, third on the first and second strings. Well, first, second, and third strings. So then you slide third to fifth, and then back down to the third, and then off to open. Oh no. And then it's the main sort of little riff. So you sort of play a little open, so third string, and then strum the top three strings, and then slide second or third, and then off to open again. Okay, so yeah. Fourth string then, second or third. So I'll just play it real slowly, that's probably the easiest way. So watch these fingers and watch where this slides. And then it plays that first bit again. Except instead of going third to fifth, I think it's just second to third and back to second, and then open. And then the final piece of this puzzle is a slide up to the 7th fret, then open, then slide third, or second, fifth, and then open, 5th to 7th again, and then back to the 5th, and then open, and then 2nd to 3rd, and then open. Yeah, so we're having a little bit of trouble with that first string there, but you get the gist of it. So, still only done an hour and a quarter, hour and 12 minutes, but that's pretty much all I got for you. So, I feel like we've covered a lot in a relatively short time, and with no viewers. You guys missed out. Anyway, the VOD will go up regardless. I might start cutting these back down into highlight videos again, so we could have a Twin Peaks highlight video coming up very soon. Anyway, take it easy, future viewers, and have a great day, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I'll catch you soon. Take it easy. No, I don't want to rate Streamlabs now. Finish event. God damn it.